Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, guys. Let's take a look at the gold market again. So at first glance it seems that nothing is going on here. It's after the collapse and fake attempt to show some reversal, something of that sort. So this big spike market become quiet and stands in the tight range near the local bottom. It's right here. So in general, based on the context, as we said, currently we do not have big reasons to consider taking the long positions. It's because we do not have any directional pattern that could overrule bearish trend, and as I said, trend is generally bearish. So the one thing that we could consider is maybe reaching of next support area and see what will happen around the 1760 fib level. So that's our overall consensus that we have discussed in the vehicle report as well. So what currently we could consider for trading purposes on the gold. So first of all, it is interesting to take a look at the interest rates. So if you check the 10-year bonds, you could see that market indeed showing downward performance, as we said, because if you remember last week we said here we have the weekly reversal bar. I will show a bit later the weekly chart as well, so you recall this. And we said that probably should be some downward continuation, and indeed in the recent two sessions, as you can see, we have downward action. So in fact, we suggest that here we probably should get kind of the ABCD pattern down, because here is clearly you can see that downward action is more straightforward compared to the pullback, so it's more aimed on the downward action. And here we could get potentially godly 222 buy pattern. This pattern is very important, by looking at the weekly chart, you can see that their situation stands absolutely different. So yes, we have reversal bar here on the top, but this is minor, actually just a minor part of the overall context where we could get this ABCD pattern. Potentially we could get the reverse head and shoulders, which is suggest rising on the interest rates, and it will be potentially bearish for gold market as well. Additionally, if we will plot here the MACD predictor, you will see that with this week, if market will jump up close by the end of the week and close above it, this is easily could be done by the non-farm payrolls release, for example. We will get the bullish grabber that suggests the taking out of this top and upward breakout. And our suggestion that we could get this Carter's 222 buy will become the reality, will become potentially bullish pattern that suggests upward continuation. So you can see, although on intraday charts we have very short-term signs of the support to the gold, potentially on the weekly chart in a bit longer perspective, overall picture looks not very friendly. And by current action, if you'll take a look at the gold market, despite that here we see some downward continuation, gold market shows no reaction. So it's just not falling more, but it can't climb at the same pace as it does the interest rates. So this is also indicates some kind of the maybe a bit bearish sentiment on the market or something that doesn't let market show some upward bounce. So that's in a short, in two words speaking, what we have currently on the daily chart. From the technical point of view, this range, where the market was able to, or tried to just show us the upward reversal or something of that sort, but later has dropped down, this range plays the special role here because the direction will depend on the direction of the breakout. So once market will drop out to the downside, it means downward action probably will happen. In the case of upward action, upward breakout, more probable that we'll get upward continuation. So big ranges of this way have been formed play a special role, and it range also important once it will be broken. On the lower time frames, on the 4 time frame chart, we initially talked about the possible ABCD pattern here, but it has not been formed. And now, although we could get maybe some a bit deeper upward action here, I will explain why we could get it. Potentially, I would consider the butterfly here by a few reasons. First of all, it completes the COP target that we have here, and taking into consideration very strong sell-off that we've got, this Brent body trade has happened. Recall what we said, that the Brent body might become the pattern that will be not just aimed on the minimum target, the 618 support, but it could become the continuation pattern for the further drop to the next support area. And completion of the butterfly, take a look, it agrees with the COP, and both targets stands in agreement with the major 618 support. So it means that for bulls, currently we do not have real reasons to go long, because on the 4-hour time frame chart there's no bullish patterns. Overall context stands bearish. And in the current environment, it is more reasonable to wait for another leg down, especially with the situation that we have on interest rates, to consider later what will happen around major support and whether the market will form here any bullish signs. For the scalp traders, you could consider first the butterfly for taking the short position probably. In this case, you will have to sell as close to the top as possible, because it will minimize your risk. In the validation point of the butterfly right here, as you know, if market will start moving above it, the butterfly will be cancelled. And additionally, on the hourly chart, why in general butterfly could be formed, if you'll take a look, here we have very small potential Gartley's triple to sell pattern. So here is very choppy and some way consolidation, so nothing I see with this performance. But take a look, right at this moment we have very small bullish hidden divergence that suggests taking out of this top. And that's potentially make possible appearing of the Gartley's triple to sell around 18 even, 1802. This agreement resistance will be, and this will be the top probably of the right arm right here, around this level. So these two patterns that scalp traders somehow could consider. If you find it interesting, you could try to follow it. So maybe this will be not bad opportunity to go short based on this pattern with the stops about this area, if you would like to take part in trading of the butterfly. So that's actually all that we have currently on the gold. I do not see something else here. So, and most interesting thing is what will happen around 1760 support.